Hi guys, so I want to let you know kind of what's going on because I haven't been making very many videos and what I'm doing, because my journey is unlike everybody else's journey. Everybody's journey is individual to their own self, and my particular journey has to do with chronic constipation and autoimmune Hashimoto's. So I have food allergies, sensitivities, I guess, to a lot of gluten related foods. And so I have to be on a very restrictive diet to begin with. Otherwise, I don't feel well. I get bloated. And I'm not talking like a little bit of bloat, I'm talking like 5 pounds overnight bloat. I also have chronic constipation. So, like, it doesn't matter what plan I eat. About 3 weeks in, everything slows down or stops or whatever. So I've been kind of tweaking my plan. I went from the starch solution to Dr. Furman, back to starch solution. Now I've been eating raw. And I guess out of all the plans, they've all worked pretty much the same for me. I went raw, not necessarily because of the constipation and issues that I'm having, but because I wanted to eat as clean as possible. But I think it's been over a year and my gut is not healing. When I first started, I did take a bunch of probiotics and L-glutamine, and I thought that would be good, that it would just continue healing from there, but it has not. And so I'm kind of struggling because the closest plant-based gastroenterologist that I've seen online is like Virginia, and so I'm in Indiana. That is not happening. I would love to go to True North, but the money just isn't there. I think it was like $150 a day, and I don't know how long I'd have to be there. Plus, then there's refeeding afterwards. So I don't know that that's even an option for me. So I feel like I'm kind of going it alone, and I have to do my own journey and figure out what's working for me and how to fix this the best I can. The only thing I can think of that I'm not healing is I do not eat organic, and that's because I can't afford organic, and there's hardly any organic over here where I'm at. So just short of me driving an hour and a half every week to go grocery shopping, which is not an option, the organic selection is extremely limited, and so I just wash my produce the best I can. But that's the only thing I can think of, because all of my problems started around the time that Monsanto introduced their first Roundup Ready corn, and that's when they started spraying the fields around our house. That same year, I had started my gluten intolerance, and it just kind of spindled down from there. Where we were living was like, it's an acre lot, and then 3 sides of it was Roundup Ready corn or Roundup Ready soybeans. And so, I mean, we would get spray over, into our yard. They would spray even ammonia while it was windy, and I'd be out there working. I had to go in the house because like it was just drifting and like blowing all over me. Like, it was just disgusting. And I'm sure the groundwater there sucked. We were also in a moldy house. So like, it was a horrid, horrid thing. So we moved to a place where we own 25 acres. So there's like about 10 acres all the way around us where there's no fields, and across the road there's a field kind of down like maybe an acre or two, but most of the drift over goes into like our northern 15 acres, so it doesn't really drift here. We switched to a Berkey water filter, and we filter our tap water that way. That is the best water I've tasted in my whole entire life, by the way. And so I've been trying to eat cleaner and cleaner. So the only thing I can think of is there's got to be the pesticides on the vegetables that I'm eating that I'm having issues with. Either I'm allergic to it or it's destroying my gut while I'm trying to fix it. So now I have stopped everything. I actually had a really bad binge night yesterday, so I'm just going to let that go. Just going to let it go. I am a food addict, and it's really hard when I have to give up food because it's not a choice. It's like, if it was a choice, it would be different and it would be a little less traumatic. But because it's not a choice for me, it's really hard to stay away from it. So I binged out on just everything that would totally destroy my gut, things that I had wanted to eat like for a year now and haven't eaten. So I binged out. It's done. It's in the past. I bathroomed a lot yesterday. I went 3 times actually, and this morning again. I really want this cycle of constipation, normal bowel movements, constipation, normal bowel movements to quit. And I want it to be a normal bowel movement, easy, every day, always. So yeah, that's kind of my goal at this point, is to do that. So that's kind of why I haven't been posting videos. What I'm eating each day is pretty much the same stuff. I eat a smoothie, I eat a salad, and then dinner is kind of whatever. Probably more, it's more vegetables than fruit. But it's been like zoodles and mushrooms, and pretty much that's it. So I feel like it's really boring and like people wouldn't really want to watch it. So then I go to not posting anything because I work all the time. So if I'm not posting what I eat, there's really nothing. But I thought I would let you know this part of my journey because I know that everybody struggles with something, and it's hard. Like your whole health journey is hard. And sometimes I get so envious of like my sister who has no health issues that she knows of at this point. And I'm like, I would just love to eat plant-based. Like I would love to eat plant-based, normal cooked foods like the starch solution. I would love to go back to that. Because I did feel really good on that, and I'm hoping that I can get back to that. But right now, I am staying away from all of the gluten cross-reactive foods, which includes potatoes and rice, and pretty much all grains. So I'm not going to eat any nuts. I'm not going to eat, because I trigger to nuts, some nuts, not all of them, but the more I eat of the certain nut, then I start triggering to it. So I don't eat walnuts and I don't eat pecans because those are my favorite nuts, and I'm afraid that I won't ever be able to have them. So I started eating cashews as part of this raw diet because Lissa eats a lot of cashew cream and like dressings and stuff like that. But now I'm triggering to cashews. So it's one of those things that I have to try to figure out if there's anything else I'm triggering to and eliminate it and try to get my antibodies to like calm down so that I can eat those foods on occasion as a treat. So this is the wrong time of the year to be doing this, with Thanksgiving like a week away and Christmas coming next month, but it's just gonna have to be what it is. So I'm not gonna eat after I get done with my 5-day water fast and all my, I'm sucking down a lot of probiotics and a lot of L-glutamine right now for these next 5 days. Then I'm going to kind of taper and get to a set, 2 pills at nighttime and a scoop of L-glutamine in the morning. Like that's what I'm going to try to get to. And then I'm going to, when I start feeding again, I'm going to do juices for the first day. And then the second day I'm going to do juice, and then I'm going to do bananas, because I'm hoping I don't start triggering to regular food like fruits and vegetables that aren't on that gluten list, because oh my gosh, like if I get to where I can't eat anything, like that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm scared that I won't be able to eat anything because I'll trigger eventually to everything because my gut won't heal, and pretty soon all food will be leaking through. I've already noticed that like I'm not digesting all of my food properly. So at this point, this is the new plan for feeding, is staying away from all grains, staying away from all nuts, staying away from everything on that gluten cross-reactive food list, which is basically grains and dairy and stuff I don't eat anyway, eggs. And I will, if you want the list of gluten cross-reactive foods, if you're reacting to gluten, you should really look at all of these for an elimination diet if you're not losing weight. It's Cyrex Labs, Cyrex Labs, and you can do a Google search for a picture. And what they do is they have a gluten cross-reactive test that they do, but I couldn't afford the test, so I just looked up what the test tested, and then I stayed away from all those foods for a while and did like an elimination diet and started adding those in and found out which ones I was reacting to. So I'm going to stay away from all that stuff: nuts, seeds, gluten reactive foods, and all grains because they're pretty much on that list. And then as I start introducing a normal diet that I'm hoping I can stay on for the rest of my life, it is going to be like 90% raw. It's going to be regular fruits and vegetables. My starches are going to be squashes. So acorn squash, butternut squash. I don't really care for spaghetti squash too much, but who knows? Zucchini, anything like that. And then sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes are not part of the potato family. So that's going to be my plan at this point. I will not be following anyone's plan. I will be making up my own plan to stay away from my trigger foods, and then I guess just go from there. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's my journey. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that your journey is going a whole lot better than mine. But it's okay, because I'm a normal weight. I just need to be normal the rest of the way now. So subscribe, click the little bell down below to get your notifications, and I will try to be a little more consistent on posting, even though I think it's pretty boring content. If you have ideas for content for me, let me know. I do run a Facebook group, Plant Healing and Health and all that. So yeah, if you want video ideas, let me know. All right, thanks. Bye.